Welcome back to Coach Cameron's podcast. The question today, to all the people involved in soccer, when are you going to let the poor children of this world be allowed to learn the game? Are they allowed to learn the game? Maybe, maybe not. No. Now, what I saw last night, they're not allowed. I watched these 10-year-old boys play, and it was a heated game. The two teams, they're very familiar and very competitive between the two. And both sidelines are just going crazy because they wanted to win so bad that they forgot the whole importance of the game itself and how it can be the greatest teacher or the greatest hindrance in their development. It is so true. When you bring an emotional connection to a learning situation, and here's a learning situation. If a kid takes a touch, loses a ball, and everyone loses their flipping mind and then tells that player, you should have done that, play it early, blah, blah, blah. They're going to remember that for a lifetime. And guess what? They're going to repeat that mistake. They will. In golf, it's called a golfer's hitch. When a golfer gets a hitch, it's typically because they do a bad swing and then they get angry or embarrassed. Flush of emotion goes throughout their body and it creates all these memory cells, and they repeat the same swing over and over again, and sometimes it ends a golfer's day, week, month, year. It's a real thing that professionals gain it when they're adults. It ends careers for some of them. We're doing that to these poor kids. We're developing a hitch in their development. So if we keep on letting our poor kids know when they made a mistake, they're never going to try again because they don't want to feel that pain and misery of failing, and they're going to repeat that same mistake over and over again because you somehow interjected your mouth into their brain and flushed emotion throughout their entire body to remember everything. Then they can't play. It's a real thing. It's called, right now, I'm going to call it the soccer hitch. Stop developing a soccer hitch for these kids. You have to let them fail and allow them to let it be okay. There's too much stuff going on. We can't control the other sideline, but you can at least control your sideline and what things that you say. It's very important. So here's my message to all you parents that feel like you have to interject emotion into the game. If you feel you have to do that, you are you are quickly destroying these poor kids from developing as players. You have to let them go through the process of failure. It's okay to try to be like Messi. It's okay to be like Ronaldo. It's okay to try to be like their heroes. And guess what? When they're trying to be like them, they're going to screw up. And when they get close of getting to that point, you have to allow them to go through that process. Some can't do it. Some can get halfway there, and some can complete the task every once in a while. But we have to really pay attention to their development. That's the only way you learn. I don't know how else you can learn. I'm a soccer coach at Phoenix College. I'm in year 15. I have changed my approach every year. I've been a very bad coach for so many years, and I've changed it over and over again, and I'm getting better at the process of being a better coach. But I'm pretty much my own boss. I get to recognize those things, and I get to improve. But I couldn't imagine being in a situation where 80 is right behind me, yelling at me, reminding me through all my failures. If I had someone behind me nonstop telling me where I failed right after game and all that, I would quit. I wouldn't develop as a coach. I'm a much better coach because I'm able to contemplate, I'm able to experience my own experiences and be able to change my approach. And I do all the time because I want to find a way to be successful. So it's not possible with someone breathing down your neck. It's not. So let the kids play. Stop developing soccer hitches for these poor kids. Let them develop and record when they're successful and use numbers as an indicator. You had 5 successful plays where you actually pass it to your team. And then the next game, you had 7 and then 10. And then you build upon that. The goal is to be able to never lose a ball and connect passes. It really is. And then creativity can come after that. But really, you gotta be allowed to do those things. So anyways, if you learn anything from me, just sit on the sideline, chill out, just kind of take notes on your child and control your emotions. And that's the other thing with parents. You're going to a game to become emotional and upset. And it's hard to do. That's why I avoid it, and I quit club soccer so many times, because it is a horrible feeling. And that's a game that I love, and I try to avoid it. So anyways, please listen to this episode like 5 times so it gets through your head. Study a golfer's hitch. It's real. It's science, everybody. All right, I'm out. Goodbye.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.